Hello, my Virgo and Virgo rising friends, Sandra from ForYourShe.com. This is your monthly outlook with me, my tarot cards and oracle cards for December of 2020. I have a big surprise for all of you. So I have decided for the month of December that I am giving the entire 12 house spread for free here on YouTube. This is my holiday gift to you. Whatever holiday you celebrate, happy holiday. I don't want to list them all because I will most certainly leave one out. Accidentally, of course. So, I only ask one thing in return. Please share this video with your friends. Please tag all the Virgos that you know. It'll help you guys and all of the Virgos navigate through this intense energy, and especially during eclipse season. Okay, and if you haven't subscribed, please do and hit the notification bell. That will automatically enter you into a drawing to receive once a month. I pick a lucky YouTube subscriber to win an email reading from me with the cards of truth. It's very different than I do here. It's very narrowed down, specifically tailored to you, and incredibly detailed and accurate, which is why I give one away. Make sure you're checking out the weeklies because I announced the winner in one of the weeklies, rather. And I just, quite frankly, never know which one I'm going to announce it. It's whenever I remember. This month it was last week. Okay, first house, stand your ground. Let's talk a little bit about this oracle deck I'm using for you guys. I was specifically guided to go and find this Earth Magic deck from Stephen Farmer. I haven't used this deck in this spread ever. It's been a long time since I've actually pulled this. Hi Virgo, sorry about that. Had to recover. It's been a long time since I pulled this Earth Magic deck out, so I had to go looking for it. But the messages that I'm getting from it are super cool. I might start using it often. It's no surprise that they told me to pull it out for the Earth sign Virgo, right? Virgo's my favorite people. Okay, first house, stand your ground. So, you know, it can be kind of difficult sometimes for Virgos to stand up for themselves, but you are needing to do that here in the month of December. And you evidently have help here. Your ancestors are around. This could be grandmother, grandfather. This could be great-grands. Or this could be someone farther down the line whom you've never met. But generations back are available to you to assist you here. So it's very, very important that you heed the message. It's like they're lining up on the other side, trying to cheerlead you to finally put your foot down here. And this is the beginning of December. So this is like right off the bat for first week of December. It could even be as you're watching this video, if it's early December or just before. Okay, your second house, trapped in fear. So this says you're afraid to make a move. Now, for some of you, this could be that you have been getting the feeling that you needed to move your investments, but you're too afraid to do that. You need to ask for professional help here. And you may also want to get a reading on top of this. I just have very little faith in brokers nowadays. When people tell me about their brokers, I always say to them, what did your broker do for you in 2008 when you lost most of your savings, retirement? If you catch my drift. They gotta be smart and think outside the box, and very few of them do that. Okay, your tarot or oracle message here for your second house is eagle communication. So this is a message from spirit for most of you that's going to be helping you figure this piece of it out. Now, for some of you, this could be talking about a job that you are afraid to leave, and you're not quite sure if you leave this job how you will continue to make the money that you've continued to make. But never fear, because you do have a message coming in here from spirit to help you figure out the next step. And for those of you that are having trouble deciphering it, send me an email and we'll book a reading and talk about it. You guys are getting big time help from the other side though, so this is cool. This is a great reading. So your third house, solitude. You could have a brother or sister who is sort of being a hermit right now. You know, they don't want to talk. They need some quiet time alone. This is the meditation card. I can't believe I almost said medication. Maybe you have a brother or sister who's medicating themselves right now because they're having a hard time. They just need some time out. You know, because this does rule your communication, you also may not be in the mood for talking, right? You may just want to be alone or be left alone. You did pull the full moon card, which means completion. There is something about completing a cycle. This could be a sibling that's completing a cycle, and so they need time to regroup, you know, collect their thoughts. And I know this card says completion, but I'm really getting contemplation, which makes sense with these two cards, especially with the Four of Swords. Time out. And you may need some time out from your sibling, brother or sister. All right, now here we have, this is very unique. Your fourth house rules your home. So for the majority of you, this is going to be talking about your home. For a smaller percentage of you, this could be talking about your father or your father energy. Triumphant Success is the Ace of Swords card. It is not my favorite card in this deck. Why is it not my favorite card in this deck? Because it does speak about a victory. However, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's like the victory after a battle of war. I mean, could be better, right? What's the oracle message here? Forest and breathe. This is a very, I'm saying it's a unique message because I feel like there is something about your home. You know, if you're, let me just give you an example of this message. If you are in a home renovation right now, those are not easy, right? Or this could be talking about who you're living with, the occupants. They are not making life easy on you. So what are you doing as a result of that? You're shallow breathing when you're there, in that it's stressful. This feels like a stressful environment. And so you were like, I can see you clenching your teeth over something this month in your house, going on in your house, because you don't want to release the Kraken. You're trying hard, right? But the message is to pay attention when you get in this space, and remember to deep breathing relieves stress. Maybe some of you have taken a breathing class or course, and we're going to talk about getting outside more. Let's do that now. In fact, you have 3 messages in 3 different houses, different cards that all talk about going on a vacay, and not a staycay, an actual vacation, and being in nature and outdoors, like just a signature Virgo. You guys have been working too hard, and it's too much too fast that you need to take a break. And not just any break. You can't be cooped up in a hotel room. This is like hiking. I know it's December, but you know, could be camping, something outdoors. Your 5th house, this is a multi-level message. For some of you, this is the fertility card. Okay, fertility, the Empress card in traditional tarot. You know, she's abundant. She has everything that she wants, but she's also very fertile, right? Now, sometimes children show up in the 5th house, so I guess it's possible for someone who's watching this to be become pregnant. However, that's going to be for very few of you. This card really is about planting the seed for what you're going to manifest later. Planting the seed for what the harvest that you're going to reap later on next year. Fifth house does rule social circle. It rules your dating life. Okay. So for those of you Virgos who are coupled, I see you guys taking a trip together. Now, this talks about being near a body of water. And, you know, this house does rule your social circle. So, you know, you could be taking a trip with just a friend, right? Near a body of water, which would be great. But for many Virgos, I see you coupled. And I'm going to explain that when we get to the 7th house. I'm going to pull an extra card there. Let's talk about your 6th first. So 6 is work and health. Work does feel challenging for those of you working. For those of you who aren't working, you may have some sort of ailment, either chronic or acute, pop up, and you're just like, oh, really? This is the last thing, you know, that you need right now. However, it could be a lot worse. I've seen a lot worse in the 6th house. Of course, if you feel that you need medical attention, get medical attention right away. Now, this, whatever this is, it appears to be a blessing in disguise because you guys did pull rainbow blessings here. So if you do have some sort of ailment, it could be pointing out something that you hadn't noticed before, you know, a change that needed to be made, whether that's in diet, exercise, medication. It could also be talking about a blessing in disguise related to something, a challenge at work, right? So overall, I mean, I feel like you guys have a lot of assistance right now. You're being helped by the other side. You're receiving the help. You're receiving the messages. Virgo's not going to send that help away. You know, sometimes Virgo is likely to say, oh, no, I got this. I'm okay without whatever I'm being offered here. But I really feel like you guys need to accept whatever assistance you're getting in the month of December, whether that be help from someone else or help from your own spirit guides and angels and whoever else you call upon. Now here, this is a big deal. This is your 7th house. This is your primary relationship. For very few of you, this is going to be talking about a business partner, but you know, the heart chakra, I don't really see business partners here, to be honest with you. You have a connection to somebody very important, special, significant other. Whether you are with them physically or whether you are separated for some reason. This could be an ex, but for those of you who are partnered, it's talking about your primary partner in life. The heart chakra connection is a very big deal. You don't see this often in relationships. This is the real deal. This is not a fake or phony love. This is not a fake or phony person, okay? Now, I'm gonna pull these cards. I'm gonna show them to you separately, but side by side. Heart chakra is green, and you guys pulled the green man, which is the greenest card in color in this deck. Synergy. So this talks about going outside. So I see you spending outdoor time with your loved one. Maybe they love to spend time outdoors too. Maybe they're another Virgo. I've seen more Virgos coupled with other Virgos long term. And even if it's Virgo rising people, it's amazing. Okay, we have more good news here. 10 of Cups in your 8th house. 8th house rules intimacy, taxes, contracts, the source of your significant other's income. This is happy family. This is like, you know, you're having a good time here. Now, for those of you who have this is contracts, right? So if you are in a real estate contract, You know, you could buy or sell property. And you pulled Dawn, a new beginning in this house. This is amazing. So we have a renewal here. The energy is ripe for renewal. So whether this is the sale of a home or purchase of some land, or the turning the corner in your intimacy department to where it gets a lot better, this is great news. For those of you who have a tax issue or a legal issue, it could be decided in your favor. It could be settled. You could be receiving money as a result of that. Congratulations if that's you. Your ninth house rules school and travel. So those of you that are in school, you may be, you know, resting up on your break. This is another indication of some R&R time, that vacay that I was telling you about, rather than staycay, right? And there is some sort of healing that's going to happen here as you vacation outdoors, which I love. Now, for obviously this message is for very few of you. There might be one person Virgo that watches this video that says, oh yeah, Sandra, I normally take a trip to Sedona at this time of year, and I have a energy healer who is a shaman, or someone who uses shamanistic type healing modalities. And so, you know, if that's you, then this is your message, and you'll be going back to Sedona soon. But if this is not you, most Virgos do not have a shamanistic healer, but there will be some sort of healing energy available to you as you go out in nature, which is great. Okay, 10th house is a bummer card. So this is grieving. 10th house is related to your career, but also your mother. There could be sadness involving something or someone around your mother. Your mother could be sad, or you may be saddened by something happening in your career right now. And if you're a Virgo who is a flight attendant, I think you get my point, right? So, but there is a big but here. The sadness, whatever this sadness is, it's fueling the passion for a different desire. I always quote Abraham Hicks, and Abraham says that the contrast is launching a rocket of new desire, and I feel like that is exactly the case here. It is spurring you on to something better in the future, or it could also be spurring your mother on to something better in the future, right? There is going to be victory out of this disappointment, whatever that may be. Okay. 11th house rules children. I'm also going to go back to the 7th house. I want to pull an extra card for you guys. I'm just saying that out loud so I remember to do that. Okay. Children in the 11th house. For those of you that don't have children, it's talking about your best friendships. So this person has an intuitive spark here in December. And they may be having dreams that come true, or some other profound thing happens to them where they just automatically know, I've received big time intuitive guidance. Okay. And what is this guidance regarding? It's about a love. Someone that they love, could be a future love. This is also a message of compassion, right? So they might get a specific message of compassion that they have to give to someone else, a friend or a loved one or something like that. Okay. All right. So there's a bit of a warning. We have the Devil card in the 12th house. Now, what the 12th house predicts is what's going to happen in the next approximately 3 months from now. So look for this in March. 75% of the time, this is an addict can be substance abuse, alcohol, drugs, but people have many addictions, right? Could be gambling, something like that. Be careful who you come into contact with in March. A lot of times this is someone from your past that you know that will call you up or even show up at your door and say, hey, you know, I'm in town and can I stay with you and crash on your couch for a couple of weeks? And then it turns into a couple of months and then you can't get rid of this person. I think you guys get what I mean. But there's definitely something about March where you are going to want to be alone and you're not going to enjoy any company whatsoever, but particularly from this person, right? If you find yourself single, for those of you that are single, which will be very few watching this video, I would definitely watch out for who you meet randomly in March, because it does not look like this person has your best interests. And here we go. And then you're going to have to whip this out again, right? Stand your ground in the first house. There was a cyclical message there. Okay. All right. So you may be feeling more like you need some time out in March to search your own feelings and your own emotions and your own thoughts. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Let's go back to your 7th house just briefly. Because you guys pulled this heart chakra card, I want to get a message from the romance from your angel deck. Oh, interesting. Okay. Finance and career. So you definitely have something related to finances that are tied up with this loved one, and many of us do. The message on this card says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Now, if finances have been on your mind to talk about with your partner, you would definitely want, but you haven't said anything yet, make sure that you bring this up at the right time while you're on this vacation. They're more relaxed. They will be more open to the possibilities of what you are offering in conversation, and they will be more open to agreeing to your budgeted spreadsheet. Right, Virgo? Virgos always have spreadsheets. I pulled another one here. Religious factors. So there may be an additional conversation or either or conversation about religion and or finances that you need to discuss with your partner. This card says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. This could be either you or your partner, though. They may have some things that they want to share from their past with you so that you guys can talk about it and perhaps make some decisions if that's on your mind. Thanks so much for watching, Virgos. Please continue to subscribe and share these videos with your friends if this video has helped you. And make sure you check out my yearly. I'm working on the 2021 forecast for the career, the love, and the money for all the 12 signs. Many blessings. Thank you so much for being here.